Power to the Truth. This is Pita de Aslan, acá Peter S. Lopez, transmitting from Sacramento, California. I've tried to transmit the truth. We should be transmitters of the truth and speak from the heart, check our sources, let go and go with the flow. I don't have a script here or a teleprompter like Obama did, so I just kind of share my thoughts as they arise. From the subconscious or from wherever to the conscious level. And I try to transmit the truth as I see it. And hopefully this resonates with other people. And we all learn from it. As I've said before, these videos are kind of like therapy for me. And I did a video a while back called On the Collision Course to Extinction. And I try not to worry, but I am concerned. And maybe another word for worry is concern. It's important for us to know how to share. Like say, I use it's called social media. Or in a way it's global media because this goes out, has the potential to go out globally. And so that is an awesome advance in the history of communication and technology. And now we have cell phones, and I'm using my little Samsung tablet here. Here's my cell phone. And so I think we should be a lot more advanced than we are. So I transmit through the internet, through Yahoo groups, and Twitter's kind of like my nexus. I'll post up on Twitter and say I'll get a YouTube video, and I'll copy the info and put it in the form of a tweet and post it on Twitter and cross-post it to Google Plus to try to integrate these different media platforms. And at the same time not get lost in it, to understand that many people are not on the internet. Many who are accessed through their cell phones nowadays. And for example, I hacked onto a Wi-Fi. So I have a desktop right here and via Wi-Fi. So we need to be aware of the power of technology and how it's transformed our society, transformed culture. And we discuss different issues and global events, regional events, local events. I had a big breakthrough in technology this week. To me, my air conditioner finally works. Big deal, you say? Well, big deal for me. Last summer I didn't have any air conditioning, and it was the hottest summer in human history. So, you got geniuses still saying, well, there ain't no such thing as global warming. Well, you know what? I was in this little puffed up room here all last summer with no air conditioner, so I felt the heat. And that's the time I slept with my door cracked open and slept in my shorts. And I'm glad nobody raped me in my sleep. God forbid. So I appreciate my blessings, and I hope to move out of here by around May of this year. I've been there for over 5 years now, and relatively, the rent's cheap, but downtown Sacramento is getting more and more expensive. A good one bedroom is going to be about $1,000. All I want is a room with a view. A room with a view so I can type, research, and share via the internet. So I'm on SSI, so I'm unemployed, and it's a big difference from it was before when I was working at Salvation Army. So I try to watch every dollar. I don't spend money on booze. I don't spend money on dope. I don't spend money on wild women. I don't go to the bar. And like I said before, as I go to NA meetings and stuff, NA, Narcotics Anonymous, that I drank up my house and I shot up my car in relation to all the money spent on booze and dope over the years. Now I'm 65 of your Earth years, and I've been drinking, I guess, since my late teens, and I eventually became a dope bean. Dope bean, dope bean, dope bean. And now I'm working on coming up to 14 years sobriety, and in a way becoming a homeless dope bean was one of the best, worst things that ever happened to me. Especially when I was sleeping by the river, and saw all the places I had before, all the beautiful women, all the party times, all the bags of dope that went through my hands, and all the 20s that went through my hands. And I woke up, by the river one morning, because the ducks went by the edge of the river there, and heard some quacking, and I woke up. And in a way, that was a really peaceful time. I didn't have to worry about no rent. So I found that in life, there's usually a positive and a negative to a situation. And now, when we look at the big picture, the global picture, I know that we're still on the collision course to extinction. Now, when I first pondered about that, collision course to extinction, I thought, are you sure? And I go on the internet and I see all this attacks and killing and hatred and division and arguing. And I said, yeah, it looks pretty bad. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. And I have empathy. I'm hardwired for empathy, where I can feel for the suffering of other people. And when I see someone like, say they can't afford a prosthetic limb, or say they're down and out and nobody loan me dime. And I'm aware of how many trillions we spend on the military-industrial intelligence regime. And the Americans don't even give a damn. They basically have given up. Americans are apathetic, indifferent people. Apathy is a psychosocial disease, dis-ease. Look at that word, dis-ease. To be at ease and to be in dis-ease. And the American apathy, coupled with our collective character defects worldwide, the deadly sins of greed, sloth, hatred, jealousy, envy, etc. These are the factors that propel us towards extinction. And so this concerns me. You know, I pretty much lived the bulk of my life. At 65, I don't think I'll get 65 more years. So I tend to be not necessarily optimistic and hopeful, and not necessarily pessimistic and downward. I tend to be realistic, but is. And I have to accept what is as existential reality. And I got some folks that say, there's no such thing as reality. There's no such thing as time. There's no such thing as money. And I think maybe there's such thing as sanity. So I think we should start to be sane and be humane. I myself am sober. You know, but you have the right to kill yourself. You have the right to OD. You have the right to inject or put anything into your body that you want. It's your body. And people should not be thrown in the cages behind dope. All those who are in prison need to be set free. I do not even condone the whole concept of prison. example, life in prison is cruel and unusual punishment. Today is another day where Leonard Peltier is still locked up. And the pastor's police, I figured they want him to just die in prison. You know, people forget all about Leonard Peltier. This man spent the bulk of his life in prison. And I think about Comrade George L. Jackson. He was Black Panther, Field Marshal. Wrote Soledad Brother. His last book was Blood in My Eye. He was killed August 21st, 1971. And his writings and his example has been a great influence on my life and on my thinking, and how I'll look at the situation and I'll see something really evil going on, and I'll think, blood in my eye. Who cares? Who cares? We have the potential. There's, around 60 billion of us on Earth? Now we have the internet. We have the potential to raise mass revolutionary consciousness at least to a minimal level where they can comprehend the need to respect our humane rights. They can comprehend the need for us having our basic needs met. Food, clothing, shelter, medical care, quality education. They can comprehend that we want land and bread. We want to live. We want to live in a dreamland, not the nightmare we live now, where there's an insane psychopath named Trump the Chump in the White House because of the idiots who voted for him. And evil rules the world. Evil ones are in power and secure. And I do what I can to express myself to help raise consciousness and share my analysis about the whole situation. And I'll share stuff in my personal life that could be embarrassing, and some stuff maybe I shouldn't share, but we're on a collision course towards extinction. Let that sink into your brain. Ponder about that. A collision course to extinction. It's not a matter of we're going to do a few reforms and then we're going to shake up the people and get them all to register to vote and then vote under a whole corrupt voting machine. I think that's going to be enough. There needs to be major, fundamental transformation in terms of property relations. People use the word revolution. They don't even know what the hell a revolution is. A revolution involves the transformation of property relations between the haves and the have-nots. +99% of the people are the have-nots. The haves, those who control the material wealth in the world, are -1%. How in the hell did that happen? Study of people's history of the United States. Study, study, study. Study history, study psychology, study anthropology, study sacred geometry. As long as you're here, you might as well learn something. Advocate literacy. You know, we are in serious danger in terms of the environment and all kinds of other sources of danger. And if you know everything, you can't learn a damn thing. You know it all. So be humble. When you're humble, you're able to listen to the poor, wretched beggar in the alley. Same as you do some psychopath white man in the White House, if not more. Listen to the children. You know, there's simple truths. Understand that though we're on a collision course to extinction, we need to meditate on how should we be, how should we live. We should be, or strive to be in harmony with nature, in harmony with the cosmos, in harmony with the stars, the heavens, in harmony with our neighbors, and trying to be good neighbors. My life to have on my bumper sticker, I had a Plymouth Duster in Phoenix, was lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way. And that's about where we're at. And get rid of the negativism. Same old ghosts of racism. I know people tired of hearing about that shit. They know it all. Get rid of the sexism. Women are not a piece of meat. Women are the better half of humanity, if you haven't noticed. Men sure aren't. Men have not even evolved beyond primitive beasts of the jungle. Nowadays, he's not even a hunter-gatherer. How many men actually hunt nowadays for their food? He's more of a scavenger, predator. Think about that. Focus on what's important. We need to have unity. A unity of consciousness. A unity based upon humane principles. Don't get lost in ideology. I got fools who talk about isms, communism versus capitalism, fascism, liberalism. They don't even know what the hell these isms are about. They're hung up on ideology. Ideology is a system of ideals and ideals for analyzing. It's not all that. Scientific socialism is not necessarily scientific. Many have been killed under the banner of socialism. And millions more are under the banner of freedom and democracy. The USA has never left Iraq and Afghanistan. No, there's private mercenary armies there. And when I look at it, I just can't bitch on about the government this and the government that, and fascist Trump that, and the fascist Sessions and Congress and all this crap. What is the responsibility of the American people? It could be pivotal to change the whole situation if they were fucking woke up. They fucking gave a damn. Where are the American people? Who's really an American? So, I try to be cool, calm, and collected, and I hope YouTube doesn't ban me from these videos. And no shit happens. And the truth will always come out. One way or the other. If I gotta carve it on a cave wall, I would do that. But my truth will come out. And the truth other people talk about, the truth other people express will come out. There's a power in the truth. And in a way, the truth will set you free. It will at least help to set you free. Free from your illusions. Free from your delusions. Free from your lies. Free from your blindness. Free from your ignorance. The truth can help set us free. Learn the truth. Share the truth. And don't worry about kissing ass to a tyrant. Don't worry about trying to please someone. And so you soften your truth. Truth is hard. You want to worry about when you lie to yourself. Worry about when you lie to your lover. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but to me, if someone is married, they should be faithful to that married partner. The partner that they're married to. And if you're not going to be faithful, don't even get married. Stay single. If you're a whore, you're a whore. Man or woman. Don't get married. Don't use sex as a manipulation tool. Sex should be one of the highest expressions of love and togetherness between two people. Ideally for me, a man and a woman. But people could be with whoever the hell they want to be. The government should have no say-so at all about that. And at least we have government in our lives at every level, but better. Call it anarchy or whatever you want, and don't get lost in labels. You have the right to live your life. Your humane rights were bestowed upon you by virtue of you being born on Mother Earth. It's not given to you by the U.S. government. You're born with these rights. Born with these rights. Born with these rights. And and no one can take them from you. And you should not allow any government to take your rights away without the greatest protest. Now is the time for men to be men, women to be women. Let's all become warriors for the truth, warriors for justice, warriors for liberty, warriors for the revolution by any means necessary. Spin that all you want, but any means necessary. We're on a collision course towards extinction. You want to cower back like a coward? You want to stand up. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for justice. Stand up for common sense. God. I love you, but sometimes they get my last freaking nerve. Sometimes. I'll continue to share as I can, and I pray we are all doing well. Another month is about to end. I guess tomorrow's last day of March. I was getting it. And April 1st is like Saturday. So people who are on welfare or on SSI, they're already licking their chops, about that check coming, that money coming in. Use your money wisely. And if you're unemployed, get employment skills. Learn how to read and write. Learn how to fill out a job application. I really wish that we all do well, including myself. As I said, these are like therapy sessions that I do for myself. I feel a little better, and I'm trying to be cool, calm, and collected. But seeing the stupidity in the world, insanity in the world, sometimes I can't be so cool. So, sharing is caring. Love yourself. Love the people. Treasure the children. Do you know where your kids are at? That's about that for now. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's TTIF. I figured I'll go to the NA meeting and plant a few seeds. S-E-E-D-S. S-E-E-D-S, seeds. And maybe that's what we can do. We just plant seeds. A constant gardener. We just plant seeds in the fertile minds of consciousness. Ponder upon that. I love you. Love yourself. Power to the truth. Nada más.